So, how's everybody? My name is Michael, and I'm with the Center for Nonprofit and Community Development. Charles, how you doing today?
Doing good. I'm doing good, sir.
Charles is one of the individuals that's taken out in-depth course on how to put together a grant. It's called grant development. It is a comprehensive and holistic approach to how to tell a story in order to get funding for your organization and to become sustainable. Now, Charles, it's been how many months? 3 months? 4 months?
About
How
at
long has
least
it been?
about 3 to 4 months.
So in 3 to 4 months. So you can see it took us this long to reach this stage to talk about how do we find the money. In order to get to this stage, let me share with you the journey that we took. The first thing we did was to talk about what is a purpose? What is a vision? What is a mission? What are goals and objectives? What is a strategy? What are evaluation tools like the logic model and the theory of change? We talk about tactics and processes, implementation strategies, program design, how to talk to lenders and how to talk to investors. All of that led us up into actually now starting to go and find and see what a grant looks like. What you're going to find, Charles, is through all these classes, it's going to make sense when we start to look at a grant proposal. You're going to step back and say, oh, I see what this process was all about. It was to get us to this point, to whereas when we get to the actual, what the grant looked like, you got all those pieces in your mind. So having said that, what we're going to do today is to look at one way to go after money. This particular website is called Grant Station. So let's talk a little bit about Grant Station. So first, let me switch over to the next presentation. Okay, give me a second. Could bring this up. Now, all of this is going to start to make sense. This particular site, Charles, that you're looking at now, can you see it on your
Yes, Grant Station.
Excellent. It's called Grant Station. It's one of many different softwares that you can use to go and find grants. Now, another software is Foundation Center, but we'll talk about that later. Today, we're just going to talk about using the Grant Station. Now, here's what you should know. When you are a nonprofit and you go for this software right here, you can get it for like $99 during special times during the year. But in order to do that, you have to be a member, and all the other nonprofits that are listening to this this particular presentation today, you want to connect to TechSoup. Excuse me. You want to connect to TechSoup. TechSoup is a website that you go to, and they act as a clearinghouse. Your big corporation gives them software to donate. So it might be like Adobe, it might be the MS Word family, it might be any of those softwares that you normally get on retail. They give it to you at a discount price. Now, if I was to try to get Grant Station on the open market, it will probably be about $599.
Wow.
But again, because I go through TechSoup, it's actually $45 or no, $99 during special times during the year. Anyway, having said that, let's move forward because one of the things I want to focus on and see other nonprofits going to be definitely looking in on this particular presentation. is that in order to start going after money, you have to first know what are the different types of grantors. So there are local businesses that you can approach to get money. There are corporate entities that you can approach to get money. There are corporate foundations that you can go for to get money. There are community foundations that you can go to get money. And there are family foundations that you can go to get money, as well as independent foundations, as well as faith-based. A lot of people who are into doing faith-based things think that they have to change their beliefs. But actually, there are sites, and it's called faith-based sites, that will fund you. And you can maintain your belief, and you can maintain your approach to life. So it's called faith-based grant writers, grant makers, and a lot of people don't really know about these type of groups. And then you have associations and societies. So as you can see, there's a lot of different components that you can go to get money. Let's talk about them, each one individually, just a little bit. Local businesses. You got a business that Walmart, for example. Walmart gives money all the time. You can go and approach them. Or it might be, for example, a store that you go to all the time. You speak with them all the time. You can ask them for a donation. Hey, you know, I'm a nonprofit. I come to your organization, your business a lot, but you might not know. Here's what we do. We're trying to help youth in the community. You'll be surprised. You might get a $15 or $20 donation. Why is that important? Because over a period of time, that $15 and $20 donation from that person can easily go to $100. It becomes steady money because that local business you've been able to identify. And then you got corporate foundations and corporate giving programs. The thing about corporate foundations is that up to 5% of their net proceeds must go to a 501c3 corporation. And then you got what's known as community foundations. Community foundation, for example, here in Hillsborough, Hillsborough County, we have the Hillsborough County Children's Board. They give money only in Hillsborough County. We also have the Tampa Bay Corporation, Tampa Bay Foundation. They give money only in the Tampa Bay area. In some locations, you might have the Miami Foundation, the New York Foundation, the New Jersey Foundation. But the thing about community foundation is they only give in the community to which they have an area of focus. And then you have what's known as family foundation. Family foundations can be like Bill Gates and the Obama Foundation, the Clinton Foundation. These foundations, when they say family, they are biologically connected to each other. Okay, let's continue on. And then you have independent foundations. These independent foundations are folks that have like are governed by benefactors and things of that nature. Different type, independent. I've never applied to an independent foundation, but it's a source of funding.
Gotcha.
And your faith-based, again, these are groups, especially faith-based groups. You got Muslim, you got Christian, you got Jewish, all these different groups, they have their own foundation that members of that faith can come to and seek funding as well. And then you got associations and societies like fraternities you can go to. And you got your giving circle. These are people that are around you. And then you got what they call a donor advertised fund. I don't have a clue as to what this is, but it's listed as one of the possibilities. Okay, good. So what have we learned so far? Well, there are different types of funders when you go for money. Now, let's move to the next section. In this next section, give it a second to load up. This computer has been slow. Okay. Okay, I'm waiting for it to, good. In this next section, we're going to start to talk about how do we find the money. Okay, this thing is really, really slow. We're going to talk about how you use this software in order to find the money. Okay, now we're at the point where we have gone through the class. We had an opportunity to know all the different parts of a grant. The question now is, how do we search for a grant? And again, for those of you that are other nonprofits that's listening in on this particular presentation, this will help you in terms of identifying money and to find out where the money is. And it's a couple ways you can search for money. Now, you can search by way of for national grant makers who give across all states, or global. Global means you're looking at nonprofits that give from around the world. So that's how extensive this particular software is. But for our purpose, let's go to national. Okay, we're going to click national. Then we're going to narrow it down to the state, which is Florida. This software is worth it. So you click Florida. These are all the nonprofits in Florida, but you want to go deeper. The next thing you want to do is area of interest. So I'm going to let you decide which area of interest so we click for your organization. Is it arts and cultural, civil affairs, community and economic development, education, the environment, health?
Arts and culture.
Arts and cultural. Okay, let's go to arts and cultural. We click that. And under arts and cultural, let's go deeper. What is it specifically related to arts and cultural? Let's look at all of the lists. Which
visual arts.
Visual arts. Where is that? Here. Bam. Okay, now let's go deeper. Let's talk about the population that you serve. Okay, let's look here. And you decide which population.
Children and youth.
Children and youth. Okay, let's go down. Let's go to type of support. Sucks. Oh, let's go back down again. Let's go to type of support. So what do you need your money for? So here's the list.
Support.
Let me, yeah, here we go.
Equipment.
Equipment. You see how in depth this software is, my brother?
Yes, sir.
See, instead of trying to search all these tens and thousands and 30,000, this software lets you go specifically to what you want. Okay, let's go down to equipment. Bam. Okay, I think we can drill down one more time. Let me see. Okay, let's see type of grantor. I think we should go for everybody. So I don't think we should check a box here unless you want to. Notice here, remember we talked about earlier that if you're a religion group, we would check here. But if you're just looking for money from anybody, then we'll keep it blank.
Keep it blank. Okay.
Now let's go to location of grant maker. I think we should say we don't care where they at, as long as they give in the state of Florida. Now we did that. Now the next button we hit is submit. Now, once we hit submit, 1 second, a list of organizations that meet the criteria that we outlined will come up. Now this, and then that's basically what you do is go through each individual one to see which one fits you. Okay, let's go through, let me see what they got here. We're just gonna play a sample just to look at maybe 1, 2, or 3. Let me see which one. Well, you also can see when we restrict it to that area, we only get 1, 2, 3 entities that are giving money. When that happens, then we go back out and say, okay, let's expand our search. And you continue on until you're able to hit that button and you got 15, 20, 30, 50. But let's go with what we got here, what we come up with so far here.
Okay.
Who are these people? Let me see.
Ungate Charitable Foundation.
Children's and youth program. What I don't understand, we shouldn't be getting these. If the software had did what it was supposed to have done, we're supposed to be getting only entities that have given money in the state of Florida. So let's go back to geographic and scope.
Adrian Wyatt Carlton Family Foundation, Florida.
This one right here?
Yeah, the middle one.
Here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But every last one should be Florida. Notice this one right here that says Chicago.
Oh, man.
Our search say only Florida. So maybe if we click the button, they might be giving them Florida, although they emphasize Chicago. So let's look at this organization right here, since we know they're giving them Florida. So we will click the button. And it's going to tell us everything we need to know about this organization. It talks about who they support. Now, even when we identify they support in Florida, we still want to make sure that they support areas like Hillsborough County. So we still have to do another search when we get into that organization to see what part of Florida, or do they support all of Florida? Now, the foundation areas of interest. Natural resources, education. See, they do under their site, they do fund the visual arts. So that's a good thing.
Yes, sir.
Now, type of support. They give programs, project support, general support. They give support in terms of equipment, etc. Now, let's go and see what does that. I'm looking for that website. Hold on one second. We want to go to that website. Well, before we go to that website, let's look at some information that is going to be beneficial to us about this organization. First is let us know contact information.
Steve Rasmussen. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And it let us know primary contact information. Okay, which in this case is the one and the same person.
Gotcha.
It also lets us know how much money did they give, like last year.
2,816,000.
And then they let us know that they gave grants for 500 to 250,000. Now, if I was to write a grant, approach this group, and if I never wrote a grant before, I make sure I make sure that I give them a low amount, not a low amount, but I give them, like, instead of 50, 60,000, I might ask for something like 10,000. Gotcha. And the reason why am I only going to ask for 10,000? They give up to 250,000.
Because they won't really pay that much attention to your
no
thing?
Because if they give you that 10,000, look, they fund up to 250,000. You can go back.
Gotcha.
And this time you ask for 20. That's the whole game on how you get money. A lot of times people see 250,000, they immediately had a proposal for 250,000.
They want the whole ball of wax.
Yeah, these people don't even know you. You never even dealt with them. So what you do if you got a good program, a good project, go 5,000, 10,000. Your whole objective is strategic. You know that, well, I'm gonna get this 10,000, but I'm gonna turn this 10,000 into 100,000. Because I'm gonna do what I need to do with this 10,000, even above what I'm supposed to do. Then I'm gonna go back for 20, and then eventually 100,000, and then I can go for the 250,000.
Gotcha.
Even if you just go for $500, if you're new and starting group, you know, don't let the amount of money that you go for deter you. Get in the door.
Get in the door.
Let them approve something, because your whole objective is strategic to eventually go towards that large amount. Now, this tells you about the type of nonprofit, and that's a 501c3. And look at this right here.
No deadline.
What is the application deadline?
Don't have
These
one.
are most organizations, when you look at this, it's going to have a deadline. Now, that's why you want to start early in the year and looking for funding to see when is the deadline. Some organizations, and this came up by chance because we just keyed in information. This grant writer is they accept proposal all year long. So I think this might be a Batman for our first grant. What do you think?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me see if I can save this in my files. See, and because I got this software, if I hit save, it's saving. So when I come back online, this has been saved. Let's look at what the grant looked like. But keep in mind, the whole purpose of doing this presentation was to show folks who are looking in how to search for a grant. We just happen to be searching for grants related to youth, related to visual arts. Now you can search for a grant for substance abuse, for whatever mission and purpose that you have in life. This is good software to use for that particular purpose. Now, again, we got here today because there was a transformation from what we started out with to what was taught in that class. That's why Charles is at the point now, whereas he's ready to go for the money because he's gone through the process. That was always an end game to get you to this particular point here. It's going to be easier now. I want to look and see if we can see a proposal. Let me look at this organization right here. I'm going to go to their website so they can show. They're going to show you what the application is going to look like. Hold on 1 second. Now, here's another thing that's important. We could even find out information about them by looking at their 990. It's important that you look at an organization 990 to see how much did they give last year or the year before. Because some organizations on the site might not have given in the last 10 years, but they're still on the site because it's listed as a foundation. But you also want to do a double check. In this particular case, this organization can give recently, but some organizations don't. And notice they last update their information on 11/30/21. So we know we got the most recent information. I'm trying to go to the website that we can see what the application forms look like. Give me 1 second. Now, how can I request an application? Hold on 1 second. Let me maneuver through this. Somewhere it's going to say website. And you know, when you're looking for something, you're not going to find it.
Yeah, it's going to hide.
Let me do a little bit more. Oh, that's odd. I know it's probably looking at me right, and yeah, it's going to be here. This is the email. Let me see. Now, what would happen, Charles, is that we would be able to actually go to what the grant looked like. In this case, we're going to have to look a little bit more deeper. So because of that, hold on 1 second. Let's go back here.
Application procedure?
Huh?
Would it be on application procedure?
Hold on 1 second. Let me go and see. Where's the application procedure?
Scroll down, scroll down. Let's see, right here.
Here?
Yeah, application guidelines requested from the foundation.
Yeah, see, but it has no clickable.
Nothing is clicking.
Yeah, you would think, Charles, you're right, because I saw that. You would think, because I knew it wasn't going to happen when you go over it and there's no interaction. So yeah, you would think that would normally be the way, but you know, you don't stop there. We'll find out who they are.
Okay.
But I just want to show you, for example, a quick example. Let's go here because I really want to look at an application to see if anybody's going to let us see an application. Hold on, this is another site that give funding. Okay, they give their app. Look at it. They give their application deadlines right here.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't find a link. Okay, let's do this. There's more than one way to click to skin a cat. So let's just cut and paste. And see if we can find them online. Let me come out of here for a second. Come up here. And see if we can find them. Take note. If you can't find something here, you can always cut and paste and go to the web. And that's what I'm doing. I'm cutting and pasting. Okay, give me 1 second.
Can you hold on 1 second?
I can.
Hello. Let's see.